is a good topic.
Hmm.
Darnold or Danny Dimes. So in like a joking community, I might say Danny Dimes just because I like him more than Darnold. But it's Darnold. Darnold is the more gifted player. I think Danny Dimes at his best has the opportunity to be like the top 20th or 20 or 19th or 18th best quarterback in the NFL. But I think he could start for 10 years over an extended period of time. Darnold has the ability to be a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. My big thing in terms of Darnold versus Danny Dimes is that Darnold, because of his pre-draft perception. My God, there's been a bad day in terms of the number of words I've flubbed, but in terms of his pre-draft perception coming out of USC and everybody deeming him the next Andrew Luck after his sophomore year of college has been given all these excuses, right? The Adam Gase factor, the bad offensive line, the bad receivers. When if you look at Daniel Jones's situation, and I think a lot of it is that so many people are ready to say he's bad because they thought Dwayne Haskins was better and Dwayne Haskins should have been the pick by the Giants at 6. Now it's looking like the Giants shouldn't have drafted either of them. They probably shouldn't even have touched a quarterback outside of Kyler Murray in that draft, but that's a conversation for another day. But the bottom line for me personally is that Darnold is just more talent. Like my bottom line was always like their situations are equally bad, but nobody gives Daniel Jones the context that they give Darnold. Like Saquon Barkley has not played basically. He had the sprained ankle 2 years ago, and he had the ACL this year. I mean, Jason Garrett was looked at as Adam Gase when he was the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Pat Shurmur, like what has Pat Shurmur done outside of that time in Minnesota with Case Keenum? But then Adam Gase had a lot of success with Jay Cutler in Chicago. He had whatever you want to say about Ryan Tannehill. I liked Ryan Tannehill in Miami, but prior to Arthur Smith, Ryan Tannehill's best season came with Adam Gase. So from that standpoint, I just look at Daniel Jones' situation and I just say, well, it hasn't been as good. But to answer this question, I've gone around the answer. I've gone long-winded. I think Darnold is a more gifted player.
I'm with you on more gifted. And yeah, like you said, it's not like Danny Dimes' situation has been ideal. I'd say it's probably a little better than Darnold's, but not to the extent where like, oh, Danny Dimes does have like a ton of different playmakers. Like, no, he has a slightly overused and washed Golden Tate, Evan Ingram, who's really not that great. Darius Slayton's been pretty good for where he's drafted. O-line's really not been ever good.
Sterling Shepard's always hurt.
Yeah, like he really hasn't had that much either, but you don't see people